But we also want to thank all of you for coming this evening. What a wonderful turnout. It's sold out, and I understand that even more people wanted to come, and there just wasn't enough room for more people to attend this evening. So what a successful night this has become. And we want to celebrate all of that today. And right now, I want to call on the Premier of the province, Premier Andrew Furey. He's going to come to the stage and say a few words. Premier Furey.
Excellent. Although I think Fred Hutton's in the audience, so it could be a reunion here if you'd like. Thanks. Although I got to tell you, after seeing that video, I know Mr. Brazel is in the audience. I'm glad I'm facing him and not you all the time, Yvonne. Well, certainly, good evening, everyone. It's certainly a pleasure to be with everyone in person again. How good does it feel to reunite after 2 years of being in isolation and looking at dots? But thank you especially for coming tonight to honor such an important historical figure of Newfoundland and Labrador, a trailblazer, a ceiling breaker, a friend to all, certainly to me personally over the years, Yvonne Jones. It's a true honor for me as Premier of our wonderful, beautiful province to stand in this room of many esteemed Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, celebrating the important role of women and gender diverse individuals in the political sphere tonight in particular. And I'd like to formally acknowledge all of the elected women and gender diverse individuals tonight. I see trailblazers in federal, provincial, municipal, as well as Indigenous governments throughout this room tonight, and you're all to be commended. Importantly though, beyond that, I know that there are a lot of people in this room who have supported each and every one of you to break your own glass ceiling, to trail your own path. You are all driving forces and the very people that we are here to celebrate tonight, of course, in addition to Ms. Jones. Thank you to Equal Voice NL for the opportunity to speak. Your work is so incredibly valuable in enhancing and promoting, engaging young people, gender diverse people, women, to really reach their full potential, which we all know they can, and we want to be there with you to support that endeavor. Yvonne, my friend, congratulations on more than 25 years in political life. You continue to serve your constituency, our province, and now the people of the country, and you do so with your heart on your sleeve and Newfoundland and Labrador in your heart. Thank you so much. I've personally first met Yvonne many years ago, more years ago than I'd like to recall, when I was president of the Young Liberals, and Yvonne was coming into the Liberal Party at the time. And I didn't know much about Yvonne at the time. And like I'm sure many of you in this room, when you first meet Yvonne, you know a lot very quickly. You know that she is determined, she is smart, she is knowledgeable, and she always, without exception, carries the interest of Newfoundland and Labrador as the #1 priority. So thank you again, Yvonne. Growing up in rural Labrador, Yvonne has a unique perspective, as you saw on the screen tonight, that she has not forgotten, that she has carried with her, has helped shape her own political views, and more importantly, helped shape the public discourse here in this province and in the country. I know she is proud to live in her hometown of Mary's Harbour, enjoying every aspect of the big land, including those special snowmobile trips, which I couldn't reach her for the first time ever just a few months ago, and of course celebrating her Indigenous traditions. A journalist, an entrepreneur, a volunteer, a tireless advocate for important northern issues. For 17 years, Yvonne represented the people of Cartwright, Lansa-Clare, and set a path for our friend, Minister Lisa Dempster, to carry that torch with grace and dignity. Yvonne was the first woman appointed Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture in our province, a true trailblazer in every sense of the word. And of course, led our provincial Liberal Party during some tough times against Mr. Williams, no doubt. In 2013, I think that deserves, anyone who stood up to Danny at the time deserves a round of applause, I think. In 2013, she turned her attention to federal politics, representing Labrador. And I have to tell you a brief story. I was in charge of recruiting Liberal candidates at the time for the federal Liberal Party. And I got a call from Yvonne one Sunday in the middle of winter, I'll never forget it. And I thought it was going to be a pitch. You know, like I could be a good candidate, you know, let's see if we can do it. It was not that at all. It was, I'm doing this, how can I do it? And that's all you really need to know about Yvonne. She had her eye set on the prize and there was no stopping her. And it's that grit, that Newfoundland and Labrador determination that has made her such a successful politician. And I would argue an incredible representative of Newfoundland and Labrador on a world stage. We all know we need, yeah, sure, that deserves a round of applause too, I think. We all know we need more women and gender diverse individuals in politics. It makes the debate stronger. It makes the decisions stronger. It makes us as a society stronger. Our team worked hard to further that when recruiting candidates in this last election. And I'm proud to say that we had 15 women and gender diverse candidates, more than we've ever had before. And that's in no small part to the ceiling that Yvonne broke. I hope to see better representation, and I know Mr. Brazel and others in this room share this view as well. This is not about partisan politics. We want to see more of that in the next election. Thanks to the voters of Newfoundland and Labrador, as Lynn suggested this time around, we have 7 women in our government caucus, women I'm lucky to serve with every single day, who serve and represent the people of this province very well. And Newfoundlanders and Labradorians benefit from their leadership collectively. Particularly, specifically, I place great confidence, and I'm not sure if she's here tonight, in Deputy Premier and Minister of Finance, Siobhan Cody. I'm fortunate to be surrounded by strong women in my office, in my home, in the public service, as it's important to me to ensure our government is a supportive workplace in which women and gender diverse individuals can be heard, and more importantly, can, without any barriers, reach their full potential. That is part of the reason why I convened the Premier's Roundtable on Gender Equity, which consists of representatives from multiple departments across government, Indigenous leaders, opposition leaders, community stakeholders, advocates, and those with lived experiences. This roundtable is an opportunity to bring down barriers, to recognize them at first, and then to come up with solutions to how to get rid of them. I made sure every cabinet minister in my government, their mandate letter, referenced the need for a gender-based analysis plus to show how important it is to our government. We are committed to fostering an inclusive province that is responsive to the needs of all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. So all government departments need to be engaged with that specific lens. So we're making a lot of progress, but there's still much to be done. We are all standing on the shoulders of people like Yvonne in that pursuit. And when I was thinking about, what made Yvonne so special to all of us, to me as a friend, to many of you as a mentor, to us collectively as a society, it could be her courage, it could be her grit, her determination, but I would argue that it is her inherent sense of service. Not service to the name Newfoundland and Labrador, but service at great sacrifice often to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. And that, my friend, is what sets you apart. Thank you so much.